And welcome out to Bryan High School, where tonight the Bryan Golden Bears, the Lady Bears, play host to the Elida Bulldogs here on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Elida sitting at 9-7, 4-2 in the Western Buckeye League. Bryan, I've got the wrong numbers here. Bryan is 14-1, 3-0. All of a sudden, I'm reading the wrong one.
Just making sure people are paying attention.
That's right. Oh my goodness. Chris Malenga, Brian Arnold here with you. Bryan is 14-1. 3-0 in the league. I'm reading the wrong stats there. It is the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to tip-off. Let's talk about these Lady Bears, Brian. They have had a pretty good season so far. They defeated Patrick Henry 62-44 to remain a perfect 3-0 in the league. Bryan got off to a solid start at that game, and then Patrick Henry went on a 13-0 run to end that game, but you really didn't notice that because the way the Bryan Bears had played in the middle of that game.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about that, me and a couple of the parents afterwards. PH stayed in a press late. They were pressing against our JVs. And they're young, and they want to continue to do good things. But, that final score wasn't really indicative of how well the Lady Bears handled PH all night. And PH has got some good young kids. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with. But I thought we made a really good statement there against an undefeated league team. Kind of sent them home with their tail between their legs a little bit, and we're in a really tough stretch right now. We're playing tough schedule-wise, so it's a good time to be playing good.
Well, Ella Voigt and Kaylee Thiele each had 20 points for Bryan, and Coach was surprised about that when we talked to him after the game. And then in my interview that you're going to hear here in a few seconds, he also was surprised at that number. So let's talk to Coach Todd Grosjean. It is the Oberlin-Turnbull countdown to tip off Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused. I had a chance to chat with Coach Todd Grosjean of the Bryan Golden Bears. You're going to hear that after this timeout on Q96.5.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bears. Welcome back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Coach Todd Grosjean of the Bryan Lady Bears. And Coach, played Patrick Henry last night coming into the game. You were worried about them and how they played against Fairview, among other teams. But you guys withstood a late barrage by them and able to get out of there with a win, a great league win.
Yeah, it was huge. Obviously they're very, very quick, very athletic, like to shoot the three. And we knew going in that, you can't let them get their feet set and get a bunch of confidence early on. And I think from the first quarter on, we kind of set the tone defensively, and our kids did a nice job just defending them and making them do things that they normally aren't accustomed to doing. And that's a credit to our kids.
Let's talk about the play of Kaylee Thiele and Ella Voigt, both with 20. And I haven't seen them look more open in a game this year.
Well, the kids did a nice job finding Kaylee, and Kaylee, to her credit, she made some outstanding catches and was able to finish around the rim, which has kind of been a struggle for her at times. But I thought she was under control. She got her feet set, and she did a great job. And our kids did a nice job looking inside to her. And then obviously Ella Voigt, that kind of shocked me when, I talked to you and Bryan after the game, and Ella had 20, and I said, what? That was a quiet 20.
It was a quiet 20.
It was spread out throughout the game, and had an opportunity to go back and watch the film, and I think she was 5 for 5 from 2 and 3 for 3 from 3, and she didn't miss a free throw. So it was, she had a really nice game for us.
She really did. Well, you got a little bit of time to enjoy it, but now you've got Elida coming to town, and Elida out of the Western Buckeye League. Going back, we haven't played them in the regular season. This is a new ad for us. And was there a reason behind adding them?
Well, we lost the Hicksville game last year. They dropped us, and we had we sent a feeler out, and Elida, being in the WBL, they're in our district. So we may see him in the tournament. It was an opportunity to play. Obviously, we're at home this year. Opportunity to play in a great facility. The Elida Fieldhouse is really neat atmosphere, and so we'll have the opportunity to do that next year with our kids. But they're going to come in here. They're a game or two over 500. Very athletic team. They'll get up and down the floor. We'll have to play well to get out of there with a win tomorrow or today.
They have Elise Jenkins as their coach, who's in her second stint as the head coach. She's also the soccer coach for Elida, and I know some of these girls have had some interactions with Elida over the past couple years, but she was a player at Elida, so a player coming back to coach, and I think she's got them moving in the right direction after they had quite a few losing seasons. But they look like a pretty tough team, and when you look at them, they've got a 1,000-point scorer who just reached 1,000 points a couple of games ago. So, I mean, they are everything you expect.
Oh yeah. And watching them on film, they run the floor well. They rebound really hard. We're going to have to do a job on the defensive glass, limiting second shots. And, it's a good pickup for our kids, especially right before the tournament draw. They'll be in our district. So, an opportunity to again, see where we're at.
When you look at them, they do want to run the floor, and the coach there said, at times they rush things too much. They're running the floor so much that they make a ton of mistakes. Do you want to exploit that?
Yeah, a little bit. We saw that on film. They sometimes get a little careless with the basketball. I think defensively we want to do what we do best, which is pressure the basketball and run and jump. And the thing that might create some problems is I think size-wise they may be a little bit longer than we are and be able to see over the top of us. So that may create some issues. But I like our depth compared to theirs. We've only seen them play 6 kids at maybe 7 on an occasion, but very athletic, as I said, and they'll give us all we want defensively.
Is it hard playing on a Saturday morning or Saturday early afternoon as opposed to a night game?
Well, obviously we had an emotional win last night, and our kids we had Ella Rao went home and she was sick. She had the abdominal flu, and Reese Grotehouse, unbeknownst to me, was under the weather too and never told anybody. And so we've got some kids that are a little flu stricken right now. Hopefully we're going to recover in a hurry and be ready to go tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Well, you got Elida coming to town, taking a little step from the league season to have this 9-league game, and we wish you the best of luck as you face the Bulldogs.
Well, I appreciate it, Chris.
Coach Todd Grosjean of the Bryan Lady Bears. We'll be back with more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
If you want a quality education that leads to great, endless opportunities for future success, Northwest State is your community's college.
Back out in the Bears Den, Chris Malenga, Brian Arnold here with you. Want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game. They include Andrews, O'Neill & Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Bryan Parks and Rec, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Jason Dietsch Automotive, Laub Auto Parts, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Brininger and Rakes, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull, Funeral Home and Crematory, Real Estate Advantage, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Veteran Services of Williams County. Chris Malenga, Brian Arnold here with you, and let's take a look at these Elida Bulldogs. As we mentioned in the pregame, this is a new team for us.
Yeah, we knew in a lot of things. We knew in the regular season. We saw them in the tournament. It's been a while ago. I was talking to my oldest daughter about it. I think they ended our season maybe when she was a junior or senior. Ran into them last year in softball in that district semifinal, but we don't. We've played a lot of the WBL, but Elida is not one of those teams that we've played. So, I think it's kind of a cool thing for the girls on a Saturday. You're facing somebody you haven't seen. It's another quality team out of the WBL. They are Lima Bath's only loss of the year, so we know they can play, starting 1,000-point score. So there's a lot of things here that, for a team that's got some tournament aspirations like we do, it's good to see people like this right now in this stretch of the season.
They're coached by Elise Jenkins. She's in her 4th year with a record of 37-44. So she went to Elida, played at Elida. She was the co-head coach from 2012 to 2015. She also coaches their soccer team. So we've seen Elida in soccer as well. They're averaging 45 points a game and allowing 47 points a game, and they're shooting 30% from the field, 16% from three, and 36% from the line. Last game they defeated Defiance by 10. They had a 15-9 margin over Defiance after the first quarter, led the entire way. Addison Freeman, their 1,000-point scorer, had 17 points, and Bella Lopez had 14 for Elida. So it's going to be a tough test for the Lady Bears here at home.
Yes. I'm sorry, Chris. Sorry. I think looking at their schedule, and Coach Groshine talked about a little bit, they've won 7 of their last 8. The last couple looks like offensively maybe they were not themselves, but they've a battle with Salina, a battle with Defiance, 2 teams that are at the bottom of the WBL. So, I still think we're going to have our hands full, and one of the big things, and we'll talk about it in the keys, Coach mentioned it, is their athleticism, their ability to rebound. Can we limit second chances around the basket?
Absolutely. Well, you're in the Oberlin-Turnbull pregame show. Going to take this time out, come back with our keys to the game after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network here from Bryan. Time now for our keys of the game, being sponsored by Carlin Company. Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers has been your hometown real estate company for over 45 years. They've consistently remained number 1 in Williams County and the surrounding areas since 2007. Call us for all your real estate needs, the Carlin Company. Elida's up first.
Yeah, I think with Elida, they come in. The one thing that, if you've watched us at all, you know that you've got to be able to handle our pressure. Don't turn the ball over in the front court and let us get going offensively that way. So they got to be able to handle our pressure and our press. I think they need to take advantage of their athleticism and a little bit of their size and win on the boards. And then don't rush, take a lot of high percentage shots. They've got some girls that can score, obviously. So if they can run their offense and be patient and score, then obviously it's going to cause problems.
When talking to Coach Jenkins, she said sometimes they rush. They're a fast-paced offense, and sometimes they rush so much, they go so much that they cause stupid mistakes. I think she wants to eliminate those.
Right, and when you play a high-pressure defense that can force you into, man, I got to shoot it before I turn it over, or I got to shoot it while I got a window to shoot it, then that can happen.
All right, how about the Bryan keys to the game?
For the Lady Bears, I think it's all about a fast start. Coach Groshine talked to the girls today about get off to a fast start. They got a long bus ride. They got to sit around and watch a JV game, so let's try to get into them quick and early. We got to rebound with them, limit the second chances, make sure that we don't give up anything easy, and then finally don't let shooters get hot. That's a big part of the girls' game. We just played a team that shoots a ton of threes in PH. We got a team here that likes to shoot the 3 too. So we just got to make sure we find shooters, don't let them get comfortable.
Well, it's the keys to the game being sponsored by Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers. Let's meet our game officials now, sponsored by Tri-State Vision Center. Tri-State Vision Center has been serving the area since 1977. Contact us at either our Bryan or Montpelier offices for all your eye care needs. Our officials tonight, Maynard Porter, Donald Shell, and Damian Washington, our officials tonight here, sponsored by Tri-State Vision Center. Chris Malenka, Bryan Arnold with you. Going to send it down to our public address announcer for our starting lineups.
And your Bryan Golden Bears. Ladies and gentlemen, America is the land of the free and home of the brave, and that freedom has been afforded to us by the dedication and sacrifice of brave servicemen and women currently deployed throughout our communities and around the world, and many others who have come before them. To thank these extraordinary men and women to honor our nation, would you please rise in the playing of our national anthem. Ish. The officials assigned to this game have met the requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and have been approved for their important role in today's game. Our officials are Mr. Maynard Porter, Mr. Donald Snell, and Mr. Damian Washington. Gentlemen, welcome to Bryan. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act, show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials, the coaches, the administration, authority figures, and of course your team and their opponents. Let's make this afternoon's contest great and remember to respect the game. Thank you. Now to meet the teams. First for the guests on the scoreboard, the Elida Bulldogs. Starters for Elida, number 3, Leah Ramirez. Number 5, Bella Lopez. Number 10, Addison Freeman. Number 21, Alexis Ward. And number 22, Peyton Kuhn. Varsity coaches are Lisa Jenkins, assisted by Trisha Laub, Scott Stewart, and Ed Kuhn, and JV coach Michaela Mitchell. And now for your Golden Bears. At a guard, a 5'6" junior, number 20, Mara Smith. At a guard, a 5'8" senior, number 11, Reese Grothaus. At a forward, a 6'1" junior, number 3, Kaylee Thiel. At a forward, a 5'9" junior, number 4, Ella Boyd. And at a forward, a 5'10" junior, number 15, Ella Rao. Varsity coaches Todd Grossi, assisted by Colin Walker, John Miner, Nikki Meyer, and JV coach Delaney Miley. Ladies, let's play ball.
There we have it, our starting lineups here, sponsored by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications. Call Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications for all your mechanical piping needs at 419-519-3111. I needed that little intro there, Brian Arnold, to get pumped up on a Saturday morning, Saturday early afternoon.
Bringing the energy with
That's
the
right.
big projection board and Mr. Hughes down there.
Absolutely, a tip it away, it goes to the Lady Bears. They quickly find Voigt, puts it up and in. Bears take a 2-0 lead.
This is yet another team that I don't think has scouted us very well and watched our tip. We run that set play every game and get a layup out of that about every game.
Knocked away by the Lady Bears. Voigt got in there and did that. Now she's got the ball. She'll wait for somebody to clear and get here, and they do. Mara Smith has it now, top of the key. Smith will go over to Rao on the right wing. Rao feeds underneath to Kaylee Thiel. Bounce pass out to Smith, now to Voigt. Now around the horn to Reese Grothaus. Grothaus will give back to Smith, top of the key. Lady Bears being patient here, trying to feed it underneath, but will take an outside shot if they need to. Smith, bounce pass to Grothaus underneath to Thiel. Cutting Thiel, puts it up, hits the deck, no foul. And the rebound comes down to Elida, but then the Bears steal it back, and Ella Voigt has the first 4 points of the game. 7-11 remaining, 4-zip Bears.
Yeah, nice action there by the Bears. They're very patient against that 2-3 zone. Elida did a nice job of extending and rotating versus our ball rotation, and we were just patient. We found Kaylee. She had a little help falling down there, but a nice job by Ella Voigt being in the way and picking up the loose ball.
Elida with it. Bella Lopez has it. She'll give over to Freeman. Feed it underneath, stolen away by Mara Smith, but it gets tipped off her fingertips, and she heads out of bounds.
I think that shocked her a little bit.
Yeah.
She was help side against the post there, and just an errant pass from the Lady Dog, and Mara was more protecting herself, trying, I think, and keep from getting hit in the face.
So Peyton Kuhn will inbound for the Dogs under the basket. They get it to Freeman, and she can't handle it. It's a turnover to the Lady Bears.
And here's what Coach Grosjean talked about. Long ride Saturday. These teams from Toledo, Lima, Findlay, they don't like driving up here. They think they're going to the other side of the moon sometimes. So let's take advantage. If they have a sleepy start and they're not real into it, let's try to get up on them early and convince them they don't really want to be here.
Mara Smith has it on the right wing. She skips it all the way across to Rao. Now they dribble to Grothaus. Now back to Smith. Elida with some active hands defensively as well.
Yeah, they're doing a real nice job in this 2-3 zone. They played a little bit in the JV, and I thought the same thing. I thought they do a good job. You can see they really extend out on the baseline to get shooters in the corner.
Roadhouse has it underneath to Voigt, who puts it up and bounces around it in. So it's Ella Voigt 6 and Elida nothing.
Yeah, nice find in the high post. Good finish by Ella there. And that spot's been open. It was open in the JV game. I think if we learned a little bit watching the way defend, and that's one thing you can do in a Saturday or any kind of game, I guess. You watch the JV and get a little feel for how they're going to play defensively, and we found that high post a couple times.
Underneath, just a bad shot for Elida. Kaylee Thiel's down there in no man's land, picks up a rebound, quickly gets it down to Voigt, then skips it across to Grodehouse, now to Rao. Rao launches a three. It's going to be short off front iron, but who puts it up? Ella Voigt misses the shot, but she'll head to the line. And it's a 6-0 lead.
Well, early analysis of keys. We've got off to a fast start. We've been good, and we've been real good on the boards. So those two trends continue here. That's good news for the Lady Bears.
So Welling Construction free throw. Welling Construction is a third-generation family-owned general contractor for quality custom homes, renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Next one for Voigt is good as well. So Ella Voigt has all 8 points here in the first quarter. 5:42 remaining. The main stop scoreboard shows 8-0 Bears.
Ella's awake on a Saturday.
Yes, she
continue the good offensive play that we saw against Patrick Henry the other night.
Mara Smith hit the deck trying to get the ball, and she tipped it away, but went out of bounds.
Yeah, good pressure by her. She forced that out, and then the Elida point guard missed the wing over there when Reese Grodehouse came flying out to add some pressure.
Smith has the basketball, will dribble to the right side, give to Rao. Rao's on the right wing. Now Rao being covered pretty tightly. They give it to Smith. Smith working against the front end of that zone. She'll work around the screen, then find Kaylee Thiel off of Kaylee Thiel's hands and out of bounds. Turnover for the Bears. 5:13 remaining. Main stop scoreboard shows 8-0 Bears.
Just a little discombobulated that time. Bears having some trouble running a two-man game.
The Bears turn it over, and Reese Grodehouse was under the basket, and Kaylee Thiel didn't give it to her. And it was kind of a little confusion down there. That one you're going to have to watch on BryanSports.com or WSN, because that was interesting. Here's
I don't
the
think
replay.
anybody's going to want to watch that one again.
Here's the replay. Well, there's the shot, but you missed the hesitation.
We caught all the good stuff on the replay. Kaylee wants to forget everything else, from the steal to the pass ahead to Reese that Reese thought wasn't going to come to her, and Kaylee gathered, then missed the first bunny. That's the old pad your stats. Get the offensive rebound, pad the stats.
That's right. We're in a timeout now for lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying. Call Stockman Lawn Service at 419-636-6572. The Stockman Lawn Service timeout. We're just going to keep it right here early on and just have a real quick chat about how things have gone so far. Pretty much Bryan's way.
Yeah, good start here for the Bears. We've been active defensively. We've already forced 5 turnovers from Elida. And that's exactly what Coach Jenkins talking about right now. Taking care of the basketball. They keep trying to stick it above their head, throw it through people, just not doing things fundamentally sound. So we saw this the other night with PH. We got out to that 13-2, 13-4 lead. Coach Sonnenberg called a timeout, got the troops settled down a little bit, and then the next thing you know, it was like 13-10. So that's what you want to keep the momentum. Can we keep the pressure, the intensity, and keep scoring, forcing them into turnovers?
Even through the timeout, Freeman will fire it down to Leah Ramirez, who puts up a three. It doesn't hit anything. Nice rebound by Peyton Kuhn, and did she step on the line? She did. That'll be a turnover and go right back to the Bears.
Yeah, dodged a bullet there. I don't even call it a long rebound. I think she missed everything. And Elida picked it up on the backside but turned it over.
Grodehouse brings up the basketball. She'll go top of the key, give to Rao on the right wing. Rao looking to give it to Thiel, can't find her. Now to Grodehouse left side, puts up a three, no good. Rebound comes down to Freeman.
And Reese Grodehouse has been shooting the three so well lately, you just kind of expect every one she takes to go in.
Freeman pops his shot inside the three-point arc, misses, rebound comes down, tipped around, and finally the Lady Bears have it with Voigt.
Good job by Mara Smith poking that away from the bigger player on the backside.
Thiel comes in with the shot, puts up, in, and count it. And the foul. Freeman will get the foul, and Kaylee Thiel will get the bucket and the free throw.
Wow, that is a good, strong finisher contact right there. That's where we've seen, I think, the most improvement with Kaylee this year. talking to her mother the other day in school, her presence has been so much better, but I think it's the strength. And that right there, we saw it as a freshman and sophomore. She probably ends up against the wall on contact like that, but soccer and other things have taught her to be physical and use her body, and she went right through that contact.
Free throw is missed. Ella Voigt tipped the rebound out of bounds, so it'll be Elida getting the inbound, and Bears in that full court pressure defense. Freeman looking for inbound. She gets it to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn dribbling in the backcourt, working around a screen. And she's going to have to hurry. She gets it over the timeline, runs into the Bears trap, and Rao knocked that away, so now Bears have it the other way.
Elida's just playing right into the Lady Bears' hands. They want to bring the ball up the sideline into the trap, and we've been long enough to force a couple of turnovers here early.
Try to feed it into Grotehouse. It went off her knee and then went back out. Now a 3-ball in the air for Voigt is no good. Rebound comes down to Freeman. I'll tell you what, Freeman has been pretty good on the defensive glass tonight.
Yeah, you can tell she's a basketball player. She's the 1,000-point scorer. She's averaging a double-double, 17 and 11 right now, so she's their girl. They've got to get going.
3-ball in the air for Elida is no good. That is Kuhn. Rebound will come to Elida. Kayla Hunter has it. Now it's stolen right away, and Ella Voigt will have a layup for the Bears. And Voigt has 10 of the 14 Lady Bears points with 3:20 remaining. First quarter, 14-zip Bears.
And she's got 30 in her last 5 quarters right now, so she continues to stay at a torrid pace.
3-ball in the air for Freeman is no good. Elida comes down with the rebound, and now we're going to get a foul, and that was probably unnecessary right there.
Yeah, and we talk about the jump ball, the reach, and that Ella kind of lunged herself in there, so that's a good call by the official, but it's a good play by Ella Rao. Yep. I mean, it's just when you're just playing hard, got a little more arm than ball right there, good whistle.
So 3:07 remaining, 14-zip Bears. Freeman inbounds for the Bulldogs. Tries to go right back to Freeman, and knocking it out of bounds is Blaze Langendorfer.
Good deflection by Blaze, but if she's lucky enough to let that go, it's just fired off the wall, and we've got the ball again. I'm not quite sure where that one was supposed to be going.
Freeman inbounds again, work it against Langendorfer. She tips it in quickly, then right back to her. Freeman has it, dribbling against Langendorfer. Now she'll try to come inside, then kick out. 3-ball in the air is no good. That was Alexis Ward, and the rebound comes down to Voigt. Voigt has some pressure troubles, gets it away to Mara Smith, though. Smith has it, will fire it across to Langendorfer, just over the timeline. Now they get to Grotehouse, skipped it across. Grotehouse will dribble between the circles, set things up. Now she'll go to her left side, give to Smith. Smith working, spin move at the foul line, then back out to Grotehouse. Now they feed underneath. Nice backdoor cut by Ella Voigt. She's got 12.
And another turnover from Elida, just completely out of sorts right now. And Ella Voigt, a great backdoor, and again, not defended.
How does she get that open?
I don't know. We're starting calling her the Phantom or something.
Oh, my goodness.
She's just moving so good without the ball, and her feel for the game right now is top-notch.
Did we lose the basketball? There's an official over in the corner.
The ball, the official, one of them, maybe both.
I think it may have gone under the bleachers. So they've got a ball under the bleachers. They're trying to get that out, and they're able to. Nope, another ball is coming. So before they roll those bleachers back, better get the ball from under there.
And there goes Mr. Savage, one of the many hats of an athletic director.
Right.
Now you got to be a spelunker and get underneath the bleachers and go find that game ball. Right now, I'd be giving a kid a sucker and about 50 cents and say, we need you to crawl under there, please.
3-ball in the air for Grotehouse is no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds by Livy Sanders.
And really, that's the only thing that hasn't gone well for the Bears so far is we're 0 for 4 from 3.
Yeah.
But we're even getting hands on every one of those rebounds when there's misses, too, so not a lot to complain about.
Quick inbound, Smith for 3. That's an air ball, nothing. Freeman has it. Freeman gets it over the timeline quick. She's running. Puts up a shot, off balance, no good. Rebound tipped around. Smith will get it. 16-0 Bears. 2:07 remaining here first quarter. They fired ahead to Voigt, rather. Now back to Smith.
Great help there. Freeman was trying to go coast to coast. The scorer was trying to push it a little bit. Find a bucket for Elida. Nice job by Mara Smith stopping her penetration.
Reese Grotehouse comes in, misses the shot. Voigt comes down with the rebound. It's tipped away, though, as she tried to get a pass off. And Freeman has it. And I'll tell you what, Freeman is the real deal. I mean, they may have no score, but she is a basketball player.
Yeah, you can tell if you had a team full of her, you'd be pretty darn good.
She has it, working against, and we're going to get a foul on Blaze Langendorfer.
Yeah, playing a little tight. Looking at our scouting report for today, it was going to be I think it was Ella Rao and Blaze Langendorfer were drawing the assignment of trying to defend Freeman. So, that's never easy, and Blaze is doing a really good job of trying to stay tight and not give her a lot of room to operate.
Have to give a word to Allie Ospaw that had a nice screen to free up Grodehouse. Grodehouse just missed that shot on the other end. Here comes Freeman, puts up the shot, going to get a foul against Rao, and Freeman will go to the line to shoot 2. She's a 64% free throw shooter. And Elida's looking for their first points of the game, down 16-0 with 1:31 remaining.
That's about as good an effort as you're going to get defensively out of a team against a good basketball team to hold them scoreless for the first 6.5 minutes of a game.
First one is good for Freeman.
There goes our shutout.
Second one as well.
That eternal quest for the basketball shutout at all levels.
They almost had one the other night with the 8th graders, right? Wasn't it 47-1?
8th graders gave up a point.
Langendorfer has it going the other way. Thiel now on the left wing. Thiel will go baseline, try to get it to Langendorfer, and Freeman steps in front of it, and now Thiel is going to be called with a foul. I don't know how you foul a girl when you're on the ground.
I think they just were saying Kaylee was out and touched it.
Okay.
So last 2 possessions, a couple of turnovers for the Lady Bears, and get that back under control. Right now, we've got a huge advantage in the turnover department.
Elida has it. This is Kayla Hunter. Loses out of bounds.
Nice tip away there by Ella Rao. That's a good move by Coach. Ella Rao's got 2. We're pretty thin, as we know, on the bench, so we don't want anybody to get in any real foul trouble here too early. Get her out for the last minute of the quarter here.
Freeman will inbound here right in front of the Bears bench. 16-2 Bears. She gets it to Peyton Kuhn. Kuhn working against Grodehouse. Kuhn will go baseline, put up a shot, and we'll get a foul on, let's see, they're going to give that on Ella Voigt.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I mean, I like that the shooter can go in, draw the contact, and get to the line, but I don't know what else Ella Voigt can do. She probably needs to fall, take the charge on that, because she had a position established.
First one up is no good. Kuhn is a 59% free throw shooter.
Now, looking through the Elida stats, there was not a lot of good free throw shooting on their stat book, but talking to a couple of the girls today, I'm not sure there's great free throw shooting anywhere right now outside of maybe a player or 2 on teams.
Under a minute to go. Bears have it with a 16-3 lead. 3 ball in the air for Voigt is no good. Rebound comes down to Elida. They go baseline with Freeman. Freeman puts up a shot and good.
That's just a good, strong move by Addison Freeman. You can see that's a score. She just was not going to be denied getting position on the block.
Thiel has it. Grodehouse now will get it back and launch a 3, and that's good. So Reese Grodehouse gets on the board with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, and that breaks the seal for the Lady Bears. 7, that's 1 for the 7. Again, that's the only thing that hasn't gone well, but we saw one go in, and maybe everybody else can get going now.
Freeman has it working against Langendorfer. They give it back out to Ramirez. 2 seconds, and not even get a shot off. So at the end of the first quarter of play, the main stop scoreboard shows 19-5 in favor of the Bears. Going to take this timeout, come back with more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
If you haven't stopped by Bryan Ford Lincoln to test drive the all-electric F-150 Lightning
or the rugged and sporty Ford Bronco, we only have one question for you.
Why not?
This Ford Bronco is great for daily commutes or the Outback.
And this F-150 Lightning will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds without using a drop of gasoline. When you stop by and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can test drive either of these great vehicles.
Stop by and see us. We'll help you order the exact vehicle that you want and need.
So stop by and see us today at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
4040.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Start of the second quarter. The main stop scoreboard shows 19-5 in favor of the Golden Bears. Main stop's open when you need them. You're always near a main stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Elida gets it out of bounds to start the quarter, and they turn it right over as Voigt comes and steps in front of a pass. She'll come up, put up the layout, hit the deck, and the shot is missed, but she'll go to the line to shoot 2 more.
The 10th turnover for Elida here early in this ball game, and that's going to be driving Coach Jenkins crazy here in a bit, I would imagine.
You could see her reaction as they inbounded it to start the quarter, and then all of a sudden the Bears had it. First one is up and good for Voigt. Going to see Josie Arnold check into the game.
And right now, you look at us the other night against PH, and you look at who we are. Right now, we are 5 starters, and then we got 3 kids. I mean, we are going to start these 5 the rest of the year. God willing, we stay healthy. The 3 coming off the bench, Blaze Langendorfer, Allie Allspaw, the 2 seniors, Josie Arnold, the freshman, they've got to be positives when they come in the game. They got to be pluses, whatever that means for that day, whether it's defense or you got to make some free throws or just don't turn the ball over against some pressure. I think that's what I'm looking for out of our bench is we've got to be positives every time we're out there.
Elida turns it over again as they travel with the basketball. So 7:35 remaining here. Second quarter, 21-5 Bears. Smith with the basketball will feed underneath and stolen away by Ramirez. And then Bears steal it right back. Kaylee Thiel. And then a 3-ball from Josie Arnold.
A little lazy with the pass. Elida's in man-to-man now and got a little lazy with the ball, but a good recovery by Kaylee Thiel.
Out of bounds and a turnover for Elida again. They were looking for the foul, but she just dribbled it right down the line, trying to avoid the Kaylee Thiel pressure.
And you could hear Coach Jenkins yell, "Where are you going?" Kaylee just kind of later at the end made a good business decision. I'd get out of the way of that freight train too. And the Elida player just ended up taking it right out of bounds herself.
Thiel comes in and scoops, shot up and good. Kaylee Thiel now with 6. Bears lead 26-5.
And Kaylee's just made such an improvement at finishing around the rim, but again, it's the strength. We're not falling away from the rim. We're not anticipating contact and playing timid. It's kind of fun to watch.
They put it on the floor again, and it's stolen away. And we got a timeout called as the Bears got possession, and Voigt is down on the court, and hopefully she's okay. She gets up, and that's just a quick saving timeout because Freeman put it between her legs and just put it on the floor. And Voigt just went right after it. So
now don't tell Coach Grosjean I said this because I'm going to have to see him and talk to him. But I think part of what we need to do now in basketball for our coaching staffs everywhere is you see this is the thing to do. You see it tied up. We got the ball. Every once you want to call timeout right away. We had possession. Maybe you don't know that all the time. You can't know it in the moment. But in a game where there's not a ton of jump balls, that's one of those things we need to know. Hey, we got the ball anyway. Let's let that thing be tied up. We're going to get that possession plus save a timeout. So, again, I'm not being critical because that's a heck of a lot easier for me to see looking at the arrow right in front of me and watching them and in the heat of the battle. Save the possession regardless.
All right, so 6:43 remaining here, second quarter. Bears have it. Smith will bring it up. Elida in the man-to-man. Got token pressure coming over. Smith goes left side to Grotehouse. Grotehouse steps into a 3. Good. Reese Grotehouse now with 6, both on 3s. 29-5.
And again, going back to scouting, if I'm Elida, I'm probably not chasing Josie Arnold through the paint and leaving Reese Grotehouse alone on the three-point arc, but the defenders made a poor choice, we'll say that.
Ramirez goes to pass, and it's stepped in front by Kaylee Thiel. They get it down. Bears get it down underneath and get knocked out of bounds. Reese Grotehouse was down there, couldn't handle on to the pass, and it got a little help out of bounds.
There's the Elida length and athleticism. I'm not sure Mara thought that defender could get there, but we got lucky that they fumbled it out of bounds.
Thiel hits the deck, able to stay on her knee and throw it away, or throw it to a Bear. Now, boy, lots of sloppy underneath there. Langendorfer loses the basketball, able to recover. Bears have it. Arnold now has it. Smith, top of the key.
Good job relaxing and getting ourselves settled down. Coach Grosjean yelling from the sideline. Everybody just settle down. Let's relax.
Knocked out of bounds, and they're going to say that was off of Grotehouse.
Yeah, I think she might have dribbled that off her foot. Looked like her eyes came up at the last second there, trying to look for the shooter in the corner.
Going to see Voigt check back in and Allspaw.
Kaylee Thiel gets a break, and Kaylee's been really good. continue to have a good rotation. If you can play 8 and keep legs fresh, you're in a pretty good boat. My coach talked about with Elida, they've played 5. 6. Some games they've only played 6. Yep. So if you can stay with a good tempo,
they left
keep pushing, you're good.
They left a 3 open for Peyton Kuhn, and it's now 29-8. Bears have it going the other way. Can't leave her open. She's a 23% free shooter, but you can't let somebody get hot. You know what I mean?
Nope, we talked about that. Find shooters. You can't let anybody get their feet set.
Smith tries to fire underneath the Allspaw and turns it over. And now Freeman's backing her way in, puts up a shot. It is no good. Rebound gets thrown back into play, and now Josie Arnold's trapped in the corner. And they get it out. Boyd has it now. What a move there to get it out. Down to Langendorfer, puts up a shot. High glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Thiel. That time that was Allspaw. She got the harm and will head to the line after missing the shot.
Good move by Blaze Langendorfer. Needs to finish that right there, and she knows. But a great move by her. That I like about Blaze. Every time she goes to the basket, she seems to figure out how to shift around defenders and give herself good looks. It's one of those kind of maybe in her head thing about finishing, but a nice board by Allie. Good job being strong.
That one is up and good for Allie. It's 30-8 now on the main stop scoreboard. 4:48 remaining here, second quarter. Next one coming from Allspaw. Leaves that one short and did not hit the rim, so it'll go to Elida. Going to see Grodhouse and Kaylee Thiel check back in. And Elida down 30-8. Freeman with the basketball off the inbound. She'll fire it down to Lopez. Lopez will quickly fire. 3 ball in the air is no good. And that was, I don't have a 35.
No, I think that might be Emma Mitchell, who's
from the JV.
Right, and I think she showed 31 and 35, so.
Okay, we'll go with Emma Mitchell. Boyd has it now.
And if not, we apologize.
Try to feed underneath, and it gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay right here. They were looking for Allie Allspaw, but
yeah, it's a nice.
Get a height match there.
Right idea. I think just a little bit more heat on that pass would probably be good. I think Ella left that hang a little bit, and the Elida defender was able to get to it.
All right, Bears have it. Grodhouse in the corner. Will dribble around. Gets poked away, and they get poked away again. That time they get her with a foul. Leah Ramirez poked it away the first time. I thought maybe there might have been contact there, and then the second time she made no doubt.
I think Reese thought the same thing, and yeah, she thought, well, I got away with it once, maybe I can try it twice. Kind of went through Mara Smith on that effort.
Smith has it. We'll give to Grodhouse. It's knocked away by Freeman. Grodhouse has to be careful to not foul right there. And Freeman's going the other way. Freeman by herself. Freeman puts up a shot, no good. Rebound comes down and cleaned up is no good as well. That's Mitchell. And now Smith comes the other way. How Smith got out of there with that rebound, I don't know. But she finds, guess who? Ella Voigt.
Ella Voigt showing up again.
16 points now for Voigt.
Junior has just been playing so good lately. And that was a great push by Mara Smith. And Ella ran with her. The two, you can tell those two have played a lot of basketball together over the years. Kind of felt that more than saw it.
Allspaw blocks a shot. Josie Arnold will check back in.
Good minutes there from Allie Allspaw.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice block right there. Did a good job of not fouling. That'd been an easy one to come straight down. She stayed tall and got a piece of that shot.
Thiel will steal it away. Bounce pass to Voigt. Voigt up and good. No good, but she'll head to the line.
And that's been, we've seen this now. This is 6 quarters of it. Ella's just getting out and going. She's running the floor, putting pressure on the defense by running lanes, and good find that time by Kaylee Thiel.
So Voigt will head to the line to shoot 2. First one is up and good.
Bears have been to the line now. This is 5 trips. And we've got 6 points so far to show for it.
Next one coming. That one's up and good.
And I didn't want to jinx her while she's on there right now. 6 for 6 from the line today, and she's gotten her free throw percentage this season up to 81%. That's probably got her closer to 82 now. So
And now she's
just doing everything right now
well
for the Lady Bears.
rest.
Yeah, doing everything for Coach Groschine, offensively, defensively, handling the ball.
Kuhn gets over the timeline, and then saving a turnover is Emma Mitchell. And now they try to go to Kayla Hunter, and Kaylee feels like, not in my house.
No, I think she got that one with her elbow.
Down to Langendorfer. Langendorfer runs into trouble with 2, but puts it up off glass and good. 36-8, 2:55 remaining second quarter.
Good strong move. Blaze come to the jump stop, used her shoulder to create a little space, a nice kiss off the glass to finish.
Freeman with it, puts up a shot short. Rebound comes down to Langendorfer. Now she's double teamed, will find Thiel. Thiel will bring it up quickly. Thiel goes to the right side to Arnold, who launches a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Kaylee Thiel and goes out of bounds off of the, oh wow. I don't know about that.
No, I don't think he saw that one real clearly. Kaylee had it, got it poked out of her hands by the Elida player.
So Elida has it. Freeman now inbounds, working against Langendorfer. Langendorfer lets her get over the timeline, and then the pass is going down to Thiel. Breakaway, good. Reese Grodehouse. Grodehouse got found by Thiel. Thiel found Grodehouse ahead. Grodehouse made the shot, hit the deck hard, and gets up and will go to the line for another one.
A little bit of a frustration foul out of Freeman there.
Yeah, he's got 2.
You know, Elida comes in at 9-7, won 7 of 8. They are one of Lima Bath's few losses this year. They were Bath's first loss, and we know what that team's like. And you know, I would say they've played a lot better. Yep. You know, this isn't the kind of night they're used to, and I think we're starting to see some frustration early. Been sloppy with the ball and just not doing things that a good team's going to do.
Livy Sanders takes a long 2, is no good. Grodehouse comes down with the rebound, finds Thiel ahead, then to Voigt, up and good! Ella Voigt with 20. It's the first half.
Great run out again, and what a left-handed find right there from Kaylee Thiel.
Oh my goodness. Elida bringing it down. They might turn it over again here. Nope, they get it to Kuhn, who launches one. That's no good. Actually, has Mitchell. And after the rebound, Elida tried to save it in bounds and gave it up to the Bears, and we got a double dribble as Blaze Langendorfer just dribbled it off and had to pick it up.
Just pulled her head a little bit. She wanted to find Voigt again. Voigt was running down the left side for another layup, and Blaze just couldn't find the handle to make the throw ahead.
Ava Zimmerman will check in for the Lady Bears.
JV's had a real big win today, 42 to 40. I wrote down the score so I wouldn't forget, but it was a good game, I promise. But then the nice thing was we ended up with 4 girls in double digits out of our young team, and that hasn't happened all year.
Grodehouse hit the deck again after the steal, and the rebound put back for Kaylee Thiel.
I'm really sorry we lost our crack statistician Matthew Clark, because the rebounding advantage right now has got to be enormous for the Bears.
It does.
Coach talked about his concern with that, but holy moly, have we just been dominating the boards.
Nice move there by Bella Lopez to put it in the 10th point of the game for Elida. 43-10 as we hit the 1-minute mark in the first half. Story of the game is Ella Voigt has 20 already in the first half. And she's got it wide open for 3. No good off the top. It'll be Elida ball. That means that she in her last 6 quarters of basketball has 40 points.
And that's a huge number, especially the way we play basketball. We're such a team-centered offense. We move the ball really well. We're always looking for the next person. Ella's not forcing, and she's not just taking a ton of shots. She's been super efficient.
Elida moving it around. Bears doing a good job with their defense. They find Bella Lopez, who puts it through. Shot up, no good. Rebound comes down to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will give out to Smith. Underneath, feed it to Thiel. Thiel let somebody blow by her, then gave it to Smith. Smith drives, puts up a shot at the foul line. It was blocked, and rebound comes down to Elida. Definite height advantage now for Elida.
And it still has not been a positive factor.
Yep. Stolen away. Shot up and good by Thiel, no good. Rebound comes down. Voigt again. Voigt with 22.
Just continues to run the floor. She's just doing work that other people won't do. She's hustling and getting to basketballs everywhere.
The end of the first half of play. It is 45-10 Bears, and Ella Voigt has 22 points. We're going to take this time out, come back with the Bryan Athletic Boosters halftime show after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
a lot of ways to reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.
If you want a quality education that leads to great career opportunities in manufacturing, Northwest State is your community's college.
When you're looking for that unusual part like a battery for your key fob, or everyday car parts like windshield washing fluid, wipers, motor oil or filters, antifreeze or batteries, don't forget to stop by your local Napa store in Bryan. They have the parts in stock. If you're buying any of these parts from anyone other than Napa in Bryan, you're paying too much.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes.
When you're looking for that unusual part like a battery for your key fob, or everyday car parts like windshield washing fluid, wipers, motor oil or filters, antifreeze or batteries, don't forget to stop by your local Napa store in Bryan. They have the parts in stock. If you're buying any of these parts from anyone other than Napa in Bryan, you're paying too much.
Purple level is a $50 donation, which gives you the choice of a cinch sack or a poncho. Gold level support is a $100 donation that gives you a Bryan Strong All Sports flag. And lastly, a $200 Bryan Strong donation gives you all of these, including any combination of 3 items from the purple donation. Become Bryan Strong today and offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network halftime here. The main stop scoreboard shows 45-10, and the Lady Bears have been firing on all cylinders. And the ink in the pen out there might be running out with all the scoring that Brian Arnold is writing down right now, as the Lady Bears put up a 45 spot in the first half of play. And so you ready for the thing? Or are you still doing some math?
Yep, it's as hard as it is. I got my shoes back on. I'm ready to go.
Okay, here we go.
We'll go Elida first because theirs is going to be really fast. 10 points at the half for the Lady Dogs. Just a complete struggle offensively. They have 10 points. They have 17 turnovers, and they were coming fast and furious there for a while. I might have missed one or two. Leading scorer, Addison Freeman, the senior, 1,000-point scorer. Right now she's got 4. She had 4 in the first quarter and a couple of free throws. They didn't score until a minute and a half left in the first quarter. The senior also, Peyton Kuhn, has the lone 3-point field goal for Elida and a free throw. She's got 4, and then a bucket from Bella Lopez for their 10. Right now they're 1 of 4 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 17 turnovers like I mentioned. And we don't have the numbers for rebounding, but that number's got to be astronomical in favor of the Lady Bears. On our side of the ledger, 45 points in the half, 26 points there in the second quarter, led by junior Ella Voigt, who continues to light up the nets. 22 points for her at the half. All 2-point field goals, and then 6 for 6 from the free throw line. We've got 8 points from Reese Grodhouse. Right now she's got 2 threes and another bucket. And then we've got 6 from Kaylee Thiel, who's played a really good half with assists, block shots, and rebounds. 3 points from Josie Arnold on a 3-pointer in the second quarter, 2 points from Blaze Langendorfer, and a free throw from Allie Allspaul. Lady Bears at 7 turnovers. They only had like 1 or 2, I think, in the first quarter. We're 4 of 11 from 3 and 7 of 10 from the free throw line, and we're torching it from 2-point. I mean, we've been shooting. We've gotten so many good looks around the rim, whether it's Kaylee Thiel or Ella Voigt. Coach has got to be really happy about what he's seen in the first 2 quarters.
Absolutely, and we're at 45-10, and boy, I didn't think it'd be this big. I thought the Lady Bears would win this game, but I tell you what, I did not think it would be this gap at halftime.
No, you couldn't anticipate this. When you know that, we knew we had a light on the schedule as a new team, WBL team, and then saw that earlier they were Bath's first loss. And, when you just start to compare, you always look at schedules and like opponents and that stuff. You look at that and say, okay, that's Saturday afternoon. That's a battle. That's going to be a good measuring stick for the district. We sure hope it is.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to say, this is who we are in this district, and everybody needs to be aware of us and needs to pay attention to us, but I'm not sure Elida would say that this has been their best effort by any stretch of the imagination.
All right, the main stop scoreboard shows 45-10. Going to take another timeout. 60 seconds back after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
If you want a quality education that leads to great, endless opportunities for future success, Northwest State is your community's college.
If you haven't stopped by Bryan Ford Lincoln to test drive the all-electric F-150 Lightning
or the rugged and sporty Ford Bronco, we only have one question for you.
Why not?
This Ford Bronco is great for daily commutes or the Outback.
And this F-150 Lightning will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds without using a drop of gasoline. When you stop by and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can test drive either of these great vehicles.
Stop by and see us. We'll help you order the exact vehicle that you want and need.
So stop by and see us today at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
The Golden Bears Sports Network want to thank our sponsors bringing you the game. They include Andrews O'Neill and Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Laub Auto Parts, Newcomer Schaefer Spangler, Brininger and Rakes, Northwest State Community College, Bryan Parks and Rec, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Real Estate Advantage, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Jason Dietsch Automotive, and Veterans Services of Williams County. Well, Chris Malega, Brian Arnold here with you, 45-10. I'm going to do like I do every time, ask you what's going on in the locker room.
This is a different one today. You just talked about it. Nobody expected it to be this, a 35-point ball game at the half. You know, on the Elida side of things, we've seen teams in this position before. This is a team that's got, you know, they got big games left to play this year. They want to make some noise in the tournament. They've got a 1,000-point scorer senior. They know they can do some things. If this isn't indicative of who they are, and there's no way it can be, then they got to be thinking, go out, play this game like it's nothing. Let's show a little pride here. Let's finish strong. Don't let it get any uglier. Let's take care of the basketball. You know, just too many turnovers, just real sloppy. You know, and on the Bryan side, I think you want to, if you're Coach Groschine, you know, I know where his head is. His head is let's stay healthy. Nobody get banged up in a 35-point game. But the other part is stay sharp on our side, too. Let's not play like we're up 35. Let's play like this thing's just tipping off. Let's be sharp. It's going to be a running clock to start the half here, so it's going to go fast.
Here at the Williams County
stays running clock, you know, that'll melt away quickly. So let's not lose our focus and our intensity.
Absolutely, and I want to talk about the play right now of Ella Voigt. I mean, 22 points. She's had 42 in her last 6 quarters, and I just got a text from my buddy Nate Marroquin, who's from Defiance, who's watching the game. He says, what lead singer Colin Hay is to Men at Work, Ella Voigt is to the Lady Bears.
She's making us go. There's no doubt about it. And I almost feel like it's baseball, and I don't want to talk about this. This is like talking about the no-hitter. Let's just let this go. I think this is one of those where the Voigt family's not talking about it in the stands. Ella, after the game, if anybody's going to try to talk to her, she's just going to say thanks and move along and change the subject because we don't want to go messing this up. I mean, it's been such a fun run to watch her go through. And, you know, I said it before. We're not a team where somebody forces shots. We're not a team where somebody's a volume scorer and goes and takes 20 shots a ball game. You know, Ella is finding herself open a lot, but, you know, her buckets are a lot because unselfish teammates are making sure they find her. When she gets out and runs the lanes, when she makes a good cut, when she's staying open on the three-point line, we found her in the last 6 quarters. And that unselfish play is something I think all of these girls can be super excited about her 22 because they're all making this happen as much as she is.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to take one final timeout here in the break. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. We'll come back with the second half after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Offer your patron support. Go Bears.
Back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network, 45-10, the main stop scoreboard shows the Lady Bears in favor of things here in a big way. And boy, oh boy, it is a good basketball game right now, especially if you like the offense of the Bryan Lady Bears.
Yeah, on our side of the gym, yeah, it's a great basketball game. For Elida, I think they probably sent the driver out at halftime to get the bus warm. And seriously, though, they're going to, when they come out, what you want to see is what's their intensity level, how hard are they playing. We watched PH the other night, a young team that got down big in the second half, never quit. They just kept playing hard, and that was a good sign for coaching, a good sign for the kids and their attitude. And we'll see. I would expect the same thing from Elida. They're going to come out. They've got seniors on the floor, kids that got a lot of pride in themselves. So I'd imagine they're going to continue to play hard and treat this as a 0-0 score on the scoreboard and try to take a bad taste of that first half out of their mouths and finish strong.
Lady Bears will have it to start the second half here. They're up 45-10. Main Stop's scoreboard open when you need them. You're always near a Main Stop. Don't forget about Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Got to take advantage of that a little bit after the PH game last Thursday.
Great place to stop.
That's right. Bears have it. Mara Smith will bring it up. Gives it to Voigt. They've got Freeman on her. They may have switched a couple things up.
Yeah, there's one adjustment that Elida's made is let's take our best player and put her on their best player.
Smith will give it to Grodehouse. Grodehouse will now go baseline. They converge on her. She still puts it up. Goes off of left iron and no good. But that'll put Reese to the line as a foul being picked up by number 21, Alexis Ward. That'll be her first, team first. And again, we are 35-point differential, so we've got a running clock, and we're already down to 7:20 here in the first or the third quarter.
It's been since December, I think, since we've seen the situation for the Lady Bears. And to come right out of the half with a running clock, again, not anything close to what we expected today, but a lot of that's got to do with how good we're playing basketball right now. And we're feeling good. We're in a good place. And I talked about where we're at on our schedule. Liberty Center next Thursday, undefeated in the league. Liberty Benton on Saturday, maybe the top team in our district right now between them and us. Toledo Central Catholic also in our region. So big games to be played. It's a good time to be playing well.
Ramirez has the basketball. They're going to get a foul on Ella Rao. They're going to say the hold, and that'll be the third one on her. See the boys basketball team heading out to the bus. They face Fairview tonight, and we've got that one for you right here on Q96.5. It'll be a radio-only game tonight from Fairview, so home of the Apaches, and we'll make that quick drive down 127 and get there hopefully in time to start the game.
Yep. Text our boy Matthew, tell him to keep a couple seats warm for us. We'll be right behind him.
And what a move there as Addison Freeman found an open look. Those have been hard to come by.
She hasn't had many of those today. The nice job, good cut, good post, and a nice finish by the senior.
Grodehouse going the other way with it. We'll give to Rao. Rao comes through the middle of the key, puts up a shot off glass. She just blew by him.
He had a good finish. Tough going to her left, finished with her right off a glass. Nice move there by Ella Rao.
Kuhn will have it for the Bulldogs, and she just knocked it out of bounds. So 5:48 and counting here, 49-12 Bears. We're in the running clock situation here over the Elida Bulldogs. I believe the clock runs till they get to, is it 30 or 29 again, I think is the rule.
That's what I was trying to remember. I get confused on whether it's 35 or 30. I guess we'll just let the situation dictate it.
Voigt misses, a rare miss for Voigt.
Yeah, we ran that elevator set with the pinch at the free throw line, got her a good look for three, just off right iron.
(49-12), 5:11 remaining.
Good on the ball defense by Ella Rao. And her length just causes players such a problem, and she did a nice job of just picking the girl's pocket up top. Tough angle there for Mara Smith. Tried to enter to Kaylee Thiel in the post. Probably could have used another dribble to give her a better angle for the feed.
Elida coming the other way.
Good matchup, Good matchup right here with Ella Voigt on Addison Freeman, and same on the other end. Two best players in this ball game right now defending each other.
Nice move by Ramirez, 49-14. And Bears coming the other way. Nice three by Ella Rao.
Yeah, nice shot. Ella Rao hadn't scored yet in this ball game, had 3 fouls, but the last couple buckets, the nice drive to the lane, good kick right there by the Lady Bears to find Ella open, and good to see her get going.
Absolutely. Lady Bears lead 52-14. Elida has it. Freeman has it on the right wing. Now back top of the key. Shot is in the air, no good. Kuhn gets her own rebound. And another shot blocked by Kaylee Thiel, and they hit the deck, and we're going to get a jump ball, which is probably the right call there since there was a lot of contact both ways.
A little bit dangerous there by 22 when she went to go get the basketball out of frustration, I think, but lucky that Kaylee's up on her feet and okay.
Absolutely. Elida inbounds. Here's Freeman. Freeman will give to Kuhn. Now back to Freeman. She launches a three off front iron. Rebound comes down to Kuhn, and Freeman looked like she was going to try it again. Kuhn will feed underneath. Shot turn. No good. Blocked. Rebound comes down, and it's a jump ball, and that'll go back to the Lady Bears.
Yeah, I'd say early here, if there's anything the Lady Bears may have lost some focus on, is on the boards. We've let Elida get a couple offensive rebounds. One was a long three. And those are going to happen, but need to get a little bit more active and get bodies on bodies down there when shots go up.
Mara Smith with it. Roadhouse top of the key, 52-14, 2:39 and counting here, third quarter, running clock. Bears over Elida.
Good deliberate offense by the Bears, making sure they get exactly what they want. No reason not to chew a lot of clock each time down the floor.
Absolutely. Elida has it now, coming the other way, 2:22 remaining.
And Mara Smith has been really hot the last few games from three also. Been real efficient, doesn't take a bunch, but she's been making a bunch.
And that is by Bella Lopez, so it's 52-16 now. Lopez brings it up. Down, and we're going to foul down there as Kaylee Thiel went up for one. Ramirez will pick up foul number 4.
I don't know if this is the worst kind of day to pick up a lot of fouls if you're a Lady Dog from Elida. Yeah. Maybe get yourself out of this one early.
Absolutely. They don't have that many to come in, though. That's the thing.
No, playing 6 like we talked about doesn't give you a real deep bench, so you're going to see some JVs quickly.
Rowell gives to Grodehouse. Grodehouse on the left side. They're in a 2-3 zone, Elida is. Back to that zone. Bears exploited that for much of the first half. Voigt will skip it across to Grodehouse, and big foul there as Peyton Kuhn was trying to come across to kind of intercept the pass, and she made some contact there with Reese Grodehouse.
Yeah, good job. That's one the coach is going to talk about. That's a fundamental play, step to the pass. That long skip, Reese did a good job of stepping in front and drew the contact and saved the possession for the Bears.
Under a minute to play here, third quarter. Grodehouse has it. Working against Kuhn. She'll give to Mara Smith at the top of the key. Grodehouse back to Smith. Now back over to Rao. Now back to Smith, top of the key. Smith launches a three. No good. Rebound comes down to Freeman.
Yeah, on a day we haven't needed it, fortunately, that's the one thing we have not done well is shoot the three.
Bella Lopez with another bucket, 52-18 now. Bella Lopez quickly has 6. I don't know that she had any at the first half.
She had 2, yeah, she had 2 at the half. Yeah, she's got
stolen
right
away. Now. And Grodehouse got a steal, and then it went off of her fingertip, so. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't. They're going to say.
Yeah, the tip away was by 22 by Kuhn. And then the two of them were just chasing it down. Reese did a pretty good job of shielding the ball.
The way Reese reacted to that call, I thought they went the wrong way with it.
Well, I think she wanted a little bit of contact from
That's
22.
Right.
She was riding her down the whole way down the floor.
3 ball coming for Ella Rao is no good at the end of the third quarter of play. So the main stop scoreboard at the fourth quarter says 52-18 in favor of the Bears. Going to take this timeout, come back with more after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary, 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
Bears Sports Network 52-18. Bears on top of things here. Fourth quarter will be running clock again as it was to start the half. Freeman got the inbound and then lost the basketball, so Josie Arnold will pick it up. Arnold now double teamed. She gets it over, and now Blaze Langendorfer has it. Allspaw did a nice job of catching and getting to Langendorfer. Langendorfer drives the lane, puts up a shot, rolls off the rim, and good.
Good take by Blaze and good finish. Yeah, right now Coach has got 3 freshman JVs in with his 2 seniors, which is probably a good balance and the right idea. Another turnover there to start the quarter, back-to-back for Elida.
And another one by Blaze Langendorfer. 56-18.
And that's what we need. Maybe this is what it'll take, a good fourth quarter here to get Blaze going, get her some confidence offensively. She can be that 6th player that comes in and can put quick points on the board for Coach Grosjean.
Ward inside has trouble, dishes out. 3-ball is an air ball to Peyton Kuhn. And nice effort there, saving that.
Yeah, real good hustle by the Lady Dog player. I think that was
Bella Lopez.
Lopez, yeah. Great hustle by her.
Elida with the basketball. They're down big. And they're looking for some open shots, trying to have some success. And there Bella Lopez puts it up and in for her 8th point of the game. Lopez averaging 6.9, so she's having a good game.
Yeah, she's been solid here in the second half for Elida. Been their lone bright spot really offensively.
Knocked away, and recovering it is Zimmerman. They are all over Ava Zimmerman. Zimmerman able to get it, and falling down is Allspaw, and I think she fell down with the force of the pass, but they're going to whistle a foul on Elida.
Little bump from behind there maybe from Alexis Ward, and that I emphasize maybe.
Yeah. So Arnold will inbound under the basket. Quick in. Allspaw with it. We'll give back to Arnold. Arnold looks to drive. She'll find over to, is that Gabby Mossberg wearing 10?
Gabby Mossberg is in for the Bears tonight.
Had her on the roster at 14 for the varsity, but she's 10. So I will make that adjustment. Josie Arnold has it underneath to Allspaw, who puts it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Freeman. Freeman has one ahead if she can find her. She didn't. Lopez was streaking down the right side. Now they get Lopez. Lopez will dribble in between the circles. Now come underneath. Shot up by Freeman is missed, but we're going to get a foul on Allie Allspaw. She was way down underneath to put that shot up, but got the contact.
And you have to kind of wonder how long Coach Jenkins is going to allow Freeman to be in this game. She's going to need her senior down the stretch if you're going to make any kind of tournament run, and right now you're playing some minutes in a lopsided game that you may not need.
So that is up and good. So Freeman now with 7. She's averaging 17 a game. So right now 10 below her average. That one's good as well. She has a nice free throw stroke though.
You can tell she's a scorer.
Yep.
She's comfortable with the ball in her hands. Does a nice job when she's around the rim of drawing contact.
Langendorfer has it, and it's stolen away by Kuhn. Lopez will go forward, and she'll wait for some traffic to clear.
And these are the things the Lady Bears second group needs to be better at. When they come into games, they've been a little sloppy with the basketball. Need to take care of it. They don't want to turn it into an ugly turnover fest.
Mossberg stole that one away. Now Zimmerman has it. Now back to Arnold. Back to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will find Mossberg. Mossberg back to Zimmerman. Bears being very patient right now. To Arnold, left wing. Oh, Mossberg was streaking there. And now they get it to Langendorfer, who loses the basketball. I think Freeman knocked that out of her hand.
Picked it from behind, but I'm not sure it was super clean.
Lopez misses a shot. It's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay right here. They're going to say that was off of Allie Allspaw's fingertips.
Good deflection there by Allie. Josie Arnold, good hustle back to take away the easy layup. Made it tough on Lopez. She got her own rebound, and then Allie able to tip that pass away so the Bears can reset the defense.
Running clock, 3:40 remaining fourth quarter, 56-22 Bears. Shot is missed, and it was blocked, and Gabby Mossberg will get in the scorebook with a foul.
I talked about the Lady Bear JV. Nice win today. 4 girls in double digits. Gabby Mossberg was one of them. She had a couple of threes that she knocked down. Played a really good game. Coach is rewarding her for her effort. She just keeps getting better and better and better. So that's been good to watch. We've lost some numbers at our lower levels, but the kids that are here are working hard, and you can see the improvement all the time. Another one in the game with Miley Vollmer checking in for Blaze Langendorfer. Miley had double digits today. So good to see the JV kids getting rewarded with a little bit of varsity time.
Nice there by Lopez. Now with 9. And the Bears bring it up, and they've pulled the pressure off. It has Elida in there said, let's go down and we're going to play man-to-man defense. Ballmer with it.
This is a point. Just play the game straight up and get out of here. Nobody gets hurt. Play a couple possessions. Keep it as clean as possible.
Skipping it across court, and we're going to get a foul on Allspaw. I think she got the worst of that right there.
Just another situation. The Bears have got to be a lot better at being less sloppy with the basketball. We got to take valuing the basketball is a big deal. And right now, as a young player on the floor, this is your opportunity to show the coaches that you can run some possessions here, not going to just turn things over and get sloppy at the end of a game.
Elida gets it underneath by Ward, makes it, and she will head to the line. So right now, if you're Coach Jenkins, you're just kind of happy that they're still playing hard and still trying to get to the line and do everything right.
And a little confused still, though, that I'm not quite sure I would have my kids on the floor that I'm going to need down the way.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised that you want to play your varsity kids against freshmen at the end of a 30-point blowout. It's just taking chances you don't need to take.
Free throw missed. It's a Welling Construction free throw. Welling Construction is a third-generation family-owned general contractor. Quality custom homes, major renovation projects, and commercial work. Contact us at 419-636-3712. Stolen away by Elida. Freeman misses the shot, and then poking the rebound out of bounds was that Vollmer that poked that out?
Yep, I think Miley was able to poke that out from behind. Good again to let the Bears reset.
3 ball is no good for Kuhn, and the rebound put back is good. That was Ward. Alexis Ward made it. We go under a minute to play, 56-27. Bears just content to move things around. Don't want to get anybody hurt. Zimmerman has it now. Zimmerman will give over to Blevins, who came into the game, and Bears will turn it over. And now here's the answer. So it's 29, right?
Yeah.
Because we just had a clock stop. So anything 29 or less. So now the running clock is no longer a thing, unless the Bears get it back out again to 35. Lopez with the basketball. This is Hunter. Hunter goes baseline, puts up a shot. Misses the shot, but will head to the line. Mossberg has 2 fouls now.
Well, she's getting her money's worth here at the end of the game. She's getting some varsity action. Yeah, the other thing, too, not to be overly critical of our JVs here at the end, and some turn. They've also been sitting now for an hour. They've gotten
and they
cold,
played a game.
And you're coming in, and you're still playing varsity girls, which, again, I don't understand why Elida's still playing their older kids, but I don't care whether they're 6 deep or not. They dressed their JVs, too. Those girls could be playing a little bit at this point in the game, and honestly, they played a lot crisper offense than what the varsity showed today, so I would reward them and give them a little bit of time here at the end, too.
Zimmerman will give to Arnold. 24 seconds to play. Elida still coming playing defense here. Reaching in and poking, trying to poke it away. They get it over to Mossberg. Mossberg will try to go baseline, work around the screen. Shot is blocked. 12 seconds, and Elida's coming the other way. And Mossberg is mad, going to pick that away again.
Great job. Great job. Forcing the turnover away from the senior. Great job and great hustle there by Gabby Mossberg.
Lady Bears will dribble it out, and that's the end of the ball game with the final score 56-29. Lady Bears victorious on the main stop scoreboard. We're going to take this time out, come back with the post-game show after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
The Bryan Athletic Boosters would like to wish all the student athletes the best of luck in all their sports this year. The Boosters are proud of your commitment to becoming Bryan built. It takes a lot of time and dedication to play sports and be the best student you can be at the same time. Good luck this year. The Bryan Athletic Boosters would also like to thank all of their corporate and individual patron supporters this year as well. It takes everyone to make a community and to become Bryan built.
I wanted to learn the skills to get ahead in my career. And thanks to Northwest State, I'm well on my way to a great job with a local company.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
When you're looking for that unusual part like a battery for your key fob, or everyday car parts like windshield washing fluid, wipers, motor oil or filters, antifreeze or batteries, don't forget to stop by your local Napa store in Bryan. They have the parts in stock. If you're buying any of these parts from anyone other than Napa in Bryan, you're paying too much.
If you haven't stopped by Bryan Ford Lincoln to test drive the all-electric F-150 Lightning
or the rugged and sporty Ford Bronco, we only have one question for you.
Why not?
This Ford Bronco is great for daily commutes or the Outback.
And this F-150 Lightning will do 0 to 60 in 4 seconds without using a drop of gasoline. When you stop by and see us at Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can test drive either of these great vehicles.
Stop by and see us. We'll help you order the exact vehicle that you want and need.
So stop by and see us today at Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, Chris Malega, Brian Arnold here with you. It is the final score, 56-29 on the main stop scoreboard. Didn't get a timeout there in the second half, so I do want to thank our timeout sponsor, Stockman Lawn Service, for lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying. Call Stockman Lawn Service at 419-636-6572. Hopefully Brian Arnold is down there, and hopefully Brian Arnold can hear me. So, is he down there? Are you good to go? I don't know. I don't think he's down. I don't think he's got me. Let's see if he's got me. You got me? No, doesn't have me. All right, so hopefully we can figure that out. And why don't we take a real quick timeout and be back with more.
I will earn a bachelor's degree, and I'm doing the bachelor's bound transfer pathway at Northwest State. I'm saving thousands on tuition while getting a great education.
NSCC is my community's college.
Contact our advising center today or stop by.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Lady Bears with a big win, 56-28. Going to try to send it down to Brian Arnold now. Let's see if he has me.
Yep, I got you, Chris.
Thank you. I'll send it down. There's Todd Grosjean with Brian Arnold.
Yep, I got Coach Grosjean down here. Congratulations, Coach. Big win today.
Yeah, that was a big one. We, you don't know what you're going to get on a Saturday after a big win on Thursday night, and I thought our kids, we executed the game plan. We wanted to get on them early. Obviously, they had a long bus ride, and I thought our kids did a great job. The first quarter especially, I don't know how many minutes they went without scoring, and defensively our pressure was pretty solid.
Yeah, I think it was 6.5 minutes before they made that first free throw. I cheated today, looked at your keys that you talked to the girls about, and you about checked every box. You talked about the fast start. Can't start any better than that. You talked about rebounding. I thought we dominated on the boards the entire first half for sure, and we found their shooters. Talk about the job that you did against the 1,000-point scorer today, Addison Freeman.
Yeah, and obviously we had to put Ella Voigt on her, and obviously last year Ella Voigt was our defensive stopper, but at the expense of giving up some offense last year, and we didn't want to, she's been playing really well offensively, and we weren't sure what we were going to get out of Ella having to guard their best player too, but she did a great job. Ella was just solid all day and was active on the offensive glass. And then Blaze came in, and we told Blaze to face guard her when she was on her, and Blaze did a nice job. She didn't feel the greatest either, and I didn't know that until after she was out there about 1.5 minutes, and my assistants were keeping it a secret. So, but right down the line, Josie Arnold came in, hit a big three. And those minutes that, Allie play and Josie play and Blaze play are huge because it gives our starting five a rest, and we can, get some people some blows when they need one on the sideline.
It's hard to find good help. Your staff not helping you out much there. But we know those guys. We can expect that. Yeah, we talked about that. I said some things upstairs about our 3 coming off the bench right now. You just have to be pluses. You can't go in and hurt us. You got to go in, play your role, do what we need you to do. And I thought all 3 of those girls did that today. That helps a bunch. You're able to get Ava Zimmerman in there, some minutes that help. And you never know when all that stuff's going to matter down the road in the tournament.
Well, moving forward, Ava's going to have to play some in the tournament and as we get further down the road, because she's lightning quick. She's pretty crafty with the basketball, and she can make a shot now and then. We just got to get her acclimated to the speed of the game, and I think she'll be all right. But, Reese did a solid job. She had a bunch of assists today. Kaylee Thiel was really aggressive. She had a and one through contact that was huge early on. Obviously, she's playing with a lot of confidence right now, and obviously we got a pretty big week coming up that we're going to have some kids in the right frame of mind.
Right, and I think that's probably a good way to segue into next week to wrap this up. Let's talk about Liberty Center and Liberty Bent and the ball games we got coming up next week.
Well, obviously Liberty Center's for pretty important game in the league, and obviously they're off to a great start as well. They played Delta today. I don't know how that came out, but they're probably going to come in here with 1 loss, and they play a ton of kids. They're going to try and pressure us and turn us over, and they got some kids that can shoot it if you let them, and we're going to have our hands full defensively, but we're going to enjoy this for a couple hours and get some film out and start putting together a plan.
Yeah, absolutely. Great win for the girls today. You got to be happy with the way things are going at the right time of year. Getting to the stretch run in the league and heading towards the tournament. So congratulations. Good luck. Good week of preparation. We'll see you next Thursday.
Thanks, Bryan.
All right, Chris, Lady Bears with a big win today. Send a good message to the district. We'll send it back upstairs to you.
All right, thank you, Brian Arnold down on the floor. Chris Malenga up here in the booth, and 56-29, your final score. We're going to take a 60-second timeout, come back to wrap things up and preview the next one after this on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
I'm Tom Turnbull of Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused, celebrating our 100th anniversary. 2022.
It's great working with family. The relationship we have with one another allows us to focus on your family and help guide you through the planning process.
We focus in on your family's needs to make sure that everything is done the way that you and your family want.
Right now, our family wants a Golden Bear victory.
Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Eats Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Back out on the Golden Bear Sports Network, it is the final score of 56-29. Brian Arnold has made his way back up top here, so if you sound winded, we'll let that one go. So
yeah, we can keep doing that, but we might have to get an oxygen machine PO'd and have you just sitting up here waiting for me.
That's fine. All right, let's take a look at some of those stats.
I think we're playing in Denver. Is this higher elevation? No way I'm that bad out of shape. That can't be it. All right, well, we'll start with the Elida side since it'll be fast and easy. A tough day for the Lady Dogs. I talked about this before. They were Lima Bath's first loss, and that meant a lot to us. So I think, if nothing else, this is a big day for our girls to kind of send a message to us confidence-wise that we can handle anybody we're going to see in our district. So on the Elida side, they're led by Bella Lopez. She had 9 points today. Leading scorer Addison Freeman ended up with 8 points, and she got 4 of those late in the second half. They had 4 points from both Peyton Kuhn and from Alexis Ward, and 2 from Aaliyah Ramirez, 1 from Kayla Hunter to wrap up their 28 points. They ended up with 23 turnovers today, and I really do think the Bears just dominated on the boards. That was one area that was a huge, huge thing and a huge advantage created by the Lady Bears today.
Absolutely.
On our side, Ella Voigt, she's been fantastic lately. Her 42 points in 6 quarters of basketball. That's as good a stretch as any Lady Bear has had scoring in a long time, and she should be real proud of that. Hopefully it's one of those things like we talked about. We don't overtalk it. We don't run it out and just keep riding out what she's been able to do. And I think a lot of her 22 came from unselfish play from teammates. They just keep finding her, and she's finishing, and that's been good to see. Another good night from Kaylee Thiel. Just 8 points for the junior, who's averaging about 11, but you would never know. She took care of things on both ends. She had some assists. She had a ton of rebounds, blocked some shots. Kaylee was all over the place. Huge night for her. We got 11 points out of Reese Grodehouse. Reese hit a couple of more three-pointers. That gives her 40 on the year. She was 3 for 3 from the free throw line. Another double-digit game for her. 6 points from Blaze Langendorfer. It was good to see her get hot a little bit late and get some confidence. 5 points from Ella Rao in the third quarter. A three-pointer from Josie Arnold gave her 3 points, and then we also got a point out of Ali Allsball. She had a free throw early in the game in the first half. Big numbers, I think, is that 19-point first quarter and 25-point second quarter. We were just so good offensively. Yep. Only turned the ball over 7 times in the first half. We turned it over 6 in the second half, but I think, not to pick on our JVs, but I'm pretty sure 5 of those 6 were in the last 4 or 5 minutes. So, that's kind of skews that number. I thought we really did. We were just so good, so efficient and crisp on offense. If we continue to play basketball like that, we can compete with just about anybody.
Great game for the Lady Bears. They win this one by a score of 56-29. I want to thank our sponsors one more time, bringing you the game. Andrews Zuniel and Lowe, the Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Bryan Parks and Rec, Danielle Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Laub Auto Parts, Newcomer, Schaefer, Spangler, Bryner and Rakes, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin-Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, The Real Estate Advantage, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Veteran Services of Williams County. I want to thank our broadcast crew, our athletic department here at BHS, Chad Savage and Teresa Kuzmal, our director engineer is Krista Bruner, our cameras today, Sean Tripodi and Tony Malanga. Our board out back at WQCT is Ben Murray, and WOSN Sports Director is Ben Wright. Okay, our next game, normally we got some time, but it is going to be this afternoon, a couple hours.
Just a couple hours.
As the Bears head to Fairview to face the Apaches. Coverage begins right here on Q96.5 around 5:45. It's a radio game only tonight. This game is going to air tomorrow at 4 o'clock on WOSN. Watch on Spectrum Channel 19 or Channel 26 on your antenna. This broadcast is a collaboration between WQCT Radio, BryanSports.com, and the West Ohio Sports Network. This broadcast is for the private use of our audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of the game without the express written consent of the Golden Bear Sports Network, is prohibited. The Golden Bear Sports Network is a free public service of Malanga Enterprises, LLC. All rights reserved. One final time for Brian Arnold and all of us at the Golden Bear Sports Network. I'm Chris Malanga. Your final score, 56-29 in favor of the Lady Bears. We'll talk to you from Fairview soon, coming up here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.